Hi EDU 255 class, this is Stacy Hilton again, and I just wanted to clarify a few things during week 2 assignments, specifically the instructional design assignment that is due. And if you look at it this way, after this week's assignments, you are 25% done with this class. Alright, so let's talk about instructional design. Personally, one of my favorite things, although many people have no idea what it is. What it really is a systematic process of developing instruction. It's analyzing your learners. It's designing your instruction. What are your objectives? What do you want your students to be able to do after completing instruction? And of course we can look at a textbook publisher who says, here are the objectives, here's the content, and so you're standing there regurgitating all of that stuff back to your students. You know, I'm not into that. I think what you need to do is to be able to develop your own instruction using those textbooks as supplements to what you do in the classroom. Alright, so you're looking at your learners. Okay, they're a group of 8th graders. Maybe they're traditional college students. Maybe it's a mixed variety of traditional students as well as people who have retired and are just taking your class for enrichment. So you have to analyze all of these different things and figure out how this is going to work for your instruction. You know, K through 12, you're sort of at an advantage because many of your learners are using these social networking technologies right now for their own personal needs. So how can we tap into their skills already and make it for educational purposes where they're actually learning and enjoying it? Now, some of the college instructors here, depending on what you teach, you may have your learners who are older learners, and they might not necessarily even know how to use a computer well. So when you're throwing all this technology out at them, you know, they may be more hesitant, they may step back more, they may shy away, but how are you going to develop this information, grab the media needed to get that instruction to those students? So with that being said, this is part of the instructional design model. You may think about this all the time when developing instruction, but you never really thought there are models out there that incorporate all of this. So analyze your learners. What are their beliefs? What are their motivations? What are the demographics? Are your learners out in the Hopi Reservation and maybe they don't have access to the internet? How are you going to get some of this stuff delivered to them? Are they, you know, living here in Prescott and all of them have a Facebook or MySpace account? How are we going to tap into that? Alright, so looking at some of these models, they're all the design phase. How are you going to design your lessons, grab your media, grab your content, grab your textbooks and readings, and design it for the students in a manner that's organized, that's consistent, in a way that that student is going to learn. So you design that. And I always like to look at this as the framework, or as a storyboard, or as your course calendar even, where you could put all this information in there. From the whole design phase, let's start developing it. Let's start plugging it in there. Let's start making our handouts. Let's put our blog, make our blogs, put it online. All right. Now, once you get past that part, you have to implement this. You have to provide the instruction to your learners. Then you look back on it. What worked? What didn't work? And that's the evaluation process. And then you go back and you revise it all over again for next semester. Just like this course here. We are creating this course. If you didn't know already, this is the first time this EDU 255 course is being offered during the summer semester. So we're seeing what works, what doesn't work, where do instructors need additional clarification, and then we'll revise it again for the fall and make sure it is a work in progress. And that's what these instructional design models are. They all entail these different aspects. So look at different models. How are they the same? How are they different? And let's take a lesson on creating blogs. Who are your learners? Write that down. This is just a fake lesson, and this is what you have to do in your assignment. You pick a topic, and you just create a small lesson plan based upon this model. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. If you need additional assistance, please feel free to attempt and Skype me at Mom Hilton. If you haven't created your Skype account yet, please do so, and then add it to the class wiki site, which is the blog roll /Skype. We've actually changed that for you. And as always, drop an email, give a phone call, or just drop by in person if you have questions. It is a pleasure working with many of you, and we'll be talking to you soon. Take care.